sugar, so sweet. Bang on. They should call you sugar. It's so sweet to me. Sweet. Beautiful. Hi y'all, my name is Atavia. I am an expat currently living in Paris. Currently is the key word because I'm a world dweller. Here I am in Paris giving you guys the best tips that I can. And really like trying my best to let y'all know what's really going down in the capital of France. I said it again, France. Say it with me all together now. France. I say it every video now. Over on my Instagram. First, this came suggested as video, what do I think about Paris? And then I did a poll, and surprisingly, 65% of y'all who voted wanted to know what I really think about Paris.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you.
Asking me how I feel about Paris is like asking me how I feel about my packages getting lost. That's like asking me how I feel about getting scammed because I'm an Anglophone. Asking me how I feel about Paris is like asking me, do I like getting a snappy response when I say instead of une? Asking me how I feel about Paris is like asking me how I feel about emailing the administration 20 times about the same thing and not getting a response. Asking me how I feel about Paris is like asking me how I feel about seeing two little black kids getting stopped by the police in the metro for literally no reason. Asking me how I feel about Paris is like asking me how I feel about having my phone taken out of my pocket in Châtelet. You get it, you get the point. Anyway, as you can see what this video is gonna be about, it's gonna be how I really feel about Paris. Now, I'm always being asked this question, why did I move to Paris? What made me want to come? Why am I still here? And honestly, I don't know. Me and Paris have this love, hate, little more hate some days kind of relationship. And I'm gonna tell you guys why. So officially, as of June 10th, I officially have been back in Paris for a full year, which means I've been through the second and the third confinement. Missed the first one, thank the Lord Jesus. It's been an entire 24 months.
What's 9 plus 10?
21.
It's been an entire 12 months in Paris, so I think I've been here a little long enough to give y'all a full review. Now, this is not by any means my first year in Paris. As some of you guys may or may not know, first I was an au pair, 2017, stayed here 7 months. Then 2019, again an au pair, stayed here 7 months. And then when I came back, I officially planted myself here, and I've been here ever since. Okay, so that's my kind of history. When people ask me how long I've been here, I say like two and a ish half years. So let me start off by saying Paris en confinement, in confinement, is very different, of course, than Paris is now. And I must say, Paris now. Paris now. It's been like 3 weeks of us being free. Well, like a month of 1, tourists being back, 2, terraces being open, and the mix of them, it got my patience boiling a little bit, I won't lie. Firstly, I'm tired when I'm walking on the street and there's like a narrow side. First of all, the sidewalks are narrow. We all know this. It's a known fact in Paris that sidewalks are narrow. Yet still, people want to stop their booties on a sidewalk. So imagine having a narrow pathway, having a terrace also on that sidewalk, and then having slow people on the sidewalk in front of you. Now, another thing I feel about Paris is there's a lot of people, and of course maybe it's like overpopulated right now because everyone's excited to be back in Paris, but fête de la musique, Wow, I'm gonna put some clips in right here because that was too much even for me, sis. I'm used to Paris having a lot of people. I have never seen that many humans on the Seine at once in my life. That was a little too much for me, honey. I'ma just go ahead and back away from that. And you gonna find me right here in my apartment, because I'm not gonna deal with all y'all. That's too much, you know? We're still in the pandemic. She's not over. Is this becoming like a what I hate about Paris kind of video? Honestly, I'm trying to give you guys my opinion as objectively as possible, so you can once again make your own conclusions, okay? The thing about France is that people get jobs, but it's really, really hard for them to get fired. So when it comes to the postal system, they really be doing whatever they want, which means your package may or may not arrive.
I said what I said.
For instance, I had this package. I was out working at a co-working space. I was out working. You guys know where I work. The postal man calls me up. He's like, "Ma'am, are you home to get your package?" I'm like, "No, I'm not here." He's like, "Cool. I'll come back tomorrow to deliver."
Why the f you lying?
Did he ever come back? No. "Oh, my package is lost. Where it's at?" No response from the post office. They're just like, "Oh, you know what? It's not our problem," basically. Even better, when I'm sleeping and at 7 a.m. they ring me up. Blur, 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 blur. Was that my hello, get your package. Mind you, I am mid-sleep. I am knocked out. Big snoring. What is my energy in this video? I can't tell you how annoying that is. To have to wake up crusty-eyed, answer the phone, for them to just essentially leave it on my freaking mailbox. But then if you don't wake up, you may or may not get it at the post office. That's the thing. So like, now this is something new that I just witnessed. I personally haven't ever witnessed this in my life. Literally, I was walking in the metro with my friends, I said this earlier, and there were these two young black boys walking behind us. They eventually passed us on the escalator. Mind you, they're like 2 seconds ahead of us. And they're just minding their business. They're not doing anything. They're not making any noise. They're literally doing nothing but walking. And then suddenly, here comes the police and they just stop them and push them against the wall and harass them. And I'm like, they literally did nothing. Absolutely nothing. That's one of the things I do not like. I don't like it because France in that case is even worse than the US when it comes to racism and discrimination, because there are so many people here who will still say it does not exist. The other day I just talked to a white man, a white French man, who was like, "The police do not discriminate. They're great. The police are minding their business. They're not gonna bother anyone." Sir, you are a white man, huh? You hear me? You are a white man, a white man. Of course, they're not going to bother you. Of course, you're not going to be affected. You're white. You get my point. Now, when it comes to Paris in general, as a whole, it's not a perfect city. No city is. I don't know why influencers, people on the internet are always trying to paint these cities as perfect. Maybe they just truly don't see things that happen. But I'm here to tell you, Paris is a scamming city. People get their bikes stolen all the time. As I said, my phone was almost stolen in the metro from my pocket. Scams. The guy scammed me because I was speaking English when he came to fix my door, and I paid $1,000 for my lock on my doorknob. Huh? I'm gonna repeat that as many times as I can because that's still ridiculous to me, and this happens all the time. And there's a lot of women issues. I completely forgot to mention this in my last video. I don't know if it's Paris, I don't know if it's France, but there is a huge issue with women and women being targeted here in Paris, at least from what I've read from like Facebook groups and instances that women can recount. A lot of women get attacked. or a lot of women are followed into their apartment and harassed. It happens quite more than you would think, than I would have ever thought. When I first moved here, when I used to check Facebook a lot, it was like every other day a woman was like, I just got attacked. Someone just like literally hit me on the metro. I was targeted. I don't know what that has to say about the city, but men here will follow you when, one, you're clearly ignoring them. You said you don't want to talk to them. They will follow you. I was walking on the street with my friend. This guy comes up, tries to talk to me. My friend is here, the guy is here. We're walking. I'm ignoring this man clearly. My friend is like, sir, go away. She doesn't want to talk to you. He's still following. So I think like after a few seconds, I think he walks away. I'm talking to my friend. He's still there, following us, walking down the street. Then I'm like, what are you doing, sir? Go away. After like a minute of him literally just walking beside me, I'm like, go away, leave us alone, move. And he gets an attitude and then leaves. Huh? You guys don't need someone else telling you Paris is great. There's nothing wrong with Paris. It's so safe. It's amazing. But what I will tell you is that Paris is my comfort place. I feel good here. It feels right to be here. A lot of my opportunities have come here and are still, you know, growing here. Dating, still dry. That's okay. I'm still beautiful, so it's okay. The baguettes, still crispy, still crunchy, still smelling delicioso. She's still cute, but she also dirty. Paris was clean. It was clean. It was relatively clean. And suddenly, we can travel, we're free, we're out and open again. Trash everywhere. Every corner. Hello? Can we not take care of our earth, please? No? Okay. I love to love it because it's beautiful. I mean, it's really one of those cities that if you're kind of a creative or you're artsy or something like that, it gives you so many opportunities, so many different things. I feel like Paris is a city where artists or creatives can exist without the pressure of like performing in a way. But I can go biking, and I'm just so grateful for the city and the beauty and the opportunities that have come to me, the friendships, the relationships that have come to me. And then I can also smell the piss in the metro and be like, damn, A1 city, you know what I mean? Iconic. I plan to live in more countries, but I do see Paris as my base, and that's always been kind of my goal, is to have a base in Paris. One day y'all gonna see me with my $1 million apartment. I don't want to hear that. And I told y'all. Does that explain how I feel about Paris? How do I feel about dating in Paris? I think I've given up on that, honestly. I really don't do it anymore. High and dry, sis. How do I feel about existing while black in Paris? I think my experience is different because I'm American, so I exist more on the basis of an American that's like flamboyant with big hair and like short clothes and all that stuff, you know? How do I feel about being a woman in Paris? I'm existing. I know how to fight. I'ma beat some booty. You mess with me, I'ma beat some booty. I don't personally feel any discrimination, one, because I don't work in the French working force, so I'm not dealing with that dynamic. And two, I am a large, threatening looking black woman. I mean, 99% of the people here are smaller than me. I could pin my booty on them, suffocated. How do I feel about being, one, an American, two, an English speaker in Paris? I will say discrimination. Discrimination is a name. That's discrimination. I can't tell you how many, one, bars slash clubs me and my friends were either denied entry to or were kicked out of solely because we were speaking English, not because of anything else, because we're pretty neutral. Maybe we were too loud, I don't know. But there's been many instances that people kicked us out or just were like, nah, you can't come in because we were speaking English. Or how many times I've gone to a party and somehow, some way, information gets around that I'm American and now I am the American in the party. How do I feel about being plus size, curvy, thickalicious, fat, chunky, yet funky in Paris? I got some opinions, okay? Some things are coming where I'm gonna talk about that more. You guys gotta stay tuned, but this city is not big people friendly at all. I go to the movie theaters, boom, my hips don't fit, sis. When I walk through the turnstiles, do I gotta turn sideways sometimes if I got a bag on me? Yep. Have I knocked over many terrace chairs trying to squeeze through the 1 centimeter of space they give you? Absolutely, sis. And I really, really hope that this was somewhat informative, you know? I'm trying my best to inform you guys of what's going on in Paris and how I really feel about it. I'm not trying to give you guys a influencer perspective.
Oh my gosh, go see the Sacré-Cœur, it's so beautiful.
Girl, it's a lot of people at the Sacré-Cœur. Okay, I don't always want to be there. But I love being here. I love being here. I love living here. I love making friends and meeting people here. I love the diversity of Paris. I love that I've met so many people. All my friends come from different backgrounds. Truly, I have friends who are biologists. I have friends who are au pairs, who are waitresses, who work in aviation, who are makeup artists, fashion designers, literally everything. And I don't think if I wasn't in a city like Paris that would have happened. So this is how I truly feel about Paris. It's constantly, you know, I love it. I love her. I love to love her. I love to hate her. I hate to hate her. I love to love her, but I love to hate her. Cause sometimes she a hater, you know, sometimes. Okay guys, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big old thumbs up and also comment down below, because I know a lot of you guys are coming to Paris now. A lot of you guys had messaged me that either you're coming to Paris or you're coming to France. So comment down below, what are you looking forward to on your visit to France? If you're visiting and if you just have plans to do it in the future, comment that down below too, because I want to know. And of course, also hit that subscribe button to be notified when I do give you guys more tips about life in Paris, more videos, more vlogs. Subscribe down below and hit that little notification bell. Otherwise, you're never gonna know when I post. Thank you guys so much for watching this week's video, and until next time, bye y'all. Big bisous.